Alex Scott is an English former footballer. She appeared in 140 instances with the national team, including the Olympics in 2012. She predominantly played for Arsenal, and one of her incredible achievements is she went on to inspire and encourage, opened her own academy to promote female footballers. So please join me with a round of applause to Alex.
So we thought we'd have a fairly intimate fireside chat with the theme of storytelling. And so for those in the room that might not know, tell us the Alex story as we start off here.
I'll skip forward to when I was 8.
Okay.
Leave that part. Because I suppose for when I was 8, that's when it kind of, my story really began in the world of football.
Yeah.
I signed for Arsenal when I was 8 and become part of, for me, what has always been a family,
Okay.
home for me. Even to now, people still working at the training ground, at the club, saw me from that 8-year-old going to Highbury all the time to actually now still following my career,
Okay.
obviously from a broadcasting perspective. But for me, football was an escape. It was an out. I think I sit here with 3 different hats on: the fan, the professional player, and now that broadcaster. So I might be interlinking and skipping between a few as the discussion goes on. But it was the dream, playing in the football cage in the East End of London, to be playing at World Cup Wembleys and playing for a club like Arsenal. So to go through and, tick those all off and still be very much a part of football now.
Yeah.
For me, I'm that big kid. It's like a dream come true,
Yeah, you and me both. So I think they put us on stage because you had a illustrious career and I had a non-illustrious career playing basketball 30 years ago and 30 pounds ago. I was lucky enough to fulfill my childhood dream and get to play in some NBA games. And so I had a unique vantage point of seeing on the court how fast, whether it was Magic or Jordan or Bird, how gifted these performers are. Can you take us into one of maybe your favorite moments? I don't know if it was the Olympics or if there's other matches that you had where nobody else in the room, including me, will be able to see until we put and voxelize these stadiums what you saw on that day. Could you take us to that day?
Yeah, I think this is always a tough question because I feel so lucky with the career I had and the past that I've traveled to different countries and experiencing different cultures. But for me, it always goes back, and it might surprise some. It's not playing in a World Cup, and they're all highlights.
Yeah.
But for me, I always go back to the 8-year-old girl and signing for Arsenal.
Okay.
So to play at Wembley in the Olympics for my national team, but it was being able to do that in an FA Cup final and lift that trophy at Wembley in my club colours. Like I said, it's like a home, it's a family. So being in the Wembley dressing room, just the whole day, the whole experience, the build up to a cup final, and then to be in the Wembley changing room. So for fans to see those moments and live that with you now, that's the exciting part as well. To being on the pitch, singing a national anthem, because for me, that was my goosebumps moment. As soon as it was done, game face on, I'm ready. But that was the part where you're imagining your family in the stadium where they're sitting, that proud moment. And then obviously the game begins. Then after this, the special moment for me and where I got really emotional was walking the Wembley stairs. Okay. Because as a kid, you've watched FA Cup finals, you've seen male players do that. For me, being that female player, actually getting the chance to do that with that badge on and lift that trophy as a captain, that was my highlight, and that's always been that magical moment.
Excellent.
For me, football's football.
Okay.
I'm passionate, I'm the fan, I told you, I became part of a family, it was an escape for me. So I feel so lucky to be in the position that I am. And I don't know, for me going into broadcasting, it wasn't, I want to change the game, I want to do this. It's because actually I'm doing something that I love, I'm a part of. Yeah. But now, being on that journey, I realise the importance. Right. I do. I see that I'm changing the game. I am helping open doors for actually others to actually believe. Because I think for me, in my beginnings in the East End of London, the background, it's not a sob story. Actually, that's made me the person I am today, coming from where I am, right? But it's now seeing that kids in whatever area or whatever background that you're from, there's a chance you can make it. Because I suppose they might see me now sitting on TV and, I'm different. I'm not polished. I didn't take the route that everyone else has, but you know, you're giving people that opportunity and belief that they can.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you.